Okay, so the movie Aquaslash 2019 kicks off with this cool scene, right? There's this chick and a dude, and they're out on a date near the pool. Turns out they're both lifeguards at the park, and they go by the names Cindy and Brad. After their shifts are done, they decide not to bail, but stick around and chill on top of the water slide, getting all cozy. But wait, things take a crazy turn. Out of the blue, this mysterious figure pops up, carrying a freaking machete, and bam! He brutally murders Cindy and Brad. Whoa, that's intense. Fast forward a bit, and now it's time for the 2018 graduating class of Valley Hills High School to plan their grad bash. They come up with this rad idea to throw it at a water park called Wet Valley. Guess who's behind this genius plan? It's Alice, a Valley Hills alum who's totally rocking the event organization. And you know how it is with graduation parties, right? Everyone's stoked to hang out together. They're psyched about swimming, hitting those water slides, and they even plan to stay at the water park for 3 whole days. Party on. Now this is where we meet our main dude, Josh. He's the boss of a school band called The Blades, along with his buds Chad and Slim. And guess what? They're performing during the event. Gonna be lit. So, later on, this old dude named Conrad pops up, and he's like, "Hey, I work at the water park, taking care of stuff and fixing things for a whopping 35 years. I ain't going anywhere yet." Man, that's some serious dedication. After a while, Josh and his buddies are practicing, and they run into Kim, who's Josh's ex, and now a lifeguard. You know how it is when you see your ex with someone else. It can stir up some feelings. Tommy, Kim's current boyfriend, definitely looked a bit jealous. Can't blame him, though, considering how Kim came at her ex during their chat. In the next scene, we meet Michael, Josh's dad, who gets a call from his son, the main dude, Josh. Josh slyly asks his dad to come to the water park and watch him perform. He's got some plans up his sleeve. And then we get to know Priscilla, one of the bigwigs at the park. She graduated back in '92 from Valley Hills High School. Here comes some gossip. Slim heard rumors floating around the students that Priscilla supposedly picks one grad every year for sex. Whoa, that's some spicy talk right there. The rest of the class is having a blast at the water park, sliding down those crazy high water slide tunnels. Everything seems fine until a bunch of obnoxious teens decide to bring a bottle of booze along for the ride. Chaos ensues, and now Paul, the owner of Wet Valley, has to step in while Conrad, the caretaker, cleans up the mess of broken glass and blood in the pool. Not a great scene, I tell ya. Later in the day, Kim and Tommy bump into Josh, who's chilling with his pals Chad and Slim. Josh's buddies ask Tommy to find an extension cord for them. While Tommy's busy setting up the speaker and mic, sneaky Josh takes his chance to be alone with Kim in another spot. They start getting cozy behind Tommy's back. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Josh's dad is having dinner with a woman named Priscilla. We can't hear their conversation initially, but it turns out Priscilla is Paul's wife, the owner of the water park, and Josh's dad, who goes by Michael, is a wealthy guy in the area. So, it's a tangled web of connections and secret hookups going on in the water park. During dinner, Michael spills the beans that Paul, the owner, doesn't realize he's got something great right in front of him. Time goes by, and now Josh and Kim are heading over to their friends, as it's almost showtime for Josh's band. Some classmates are watching from a distance and whispering that something's gonna go down. The seniors are loving the Blades' '80s hits performance. Kim, acting all cool, acts like she doesn't dig Josh's singing and mocks the loud noises from the instruments. Little does she know that Josh's dad and Priscilla are in the crowd watching him play. Here's the kicker. Tommy, up to this point, has no clue that his girl cheated on him. But then, one of the seniors secretly recorded Josh and Kim hooking up and shared the video in their group chat. Tommy sees the video and flips out big time. He storms up to the stage and starts throwing fists at Josh, making a scene for everyone to see. As if that wasn't enough drama, Priscilla catches her husband red-handed, cheating with Alice, the girl from the beginning of the movie. Whoa, things just got crazy. Later, Michael goes up to his son Josh and tries to chill him out. Then he's like, "Hey buddy, what do you think of my crazy idea to buy the water park?" But guess what? Little did they know, Alice was totally snooping on them and overheard everything. So she goes to find Paul and gives him a good scolding for even thinking about selling the water park. Now, here's the juicy part. Alice is actually Paul's side piece, and she's all worried that he'll dump her once he gets the money from the deal. But don't worry, Paul's drunk self assures her that he ain't gonna sell the water park, cause it's his moolah machine. Fast forward a bit, it's late at night, and all the old folks are snoozing. Everyone's off duty, except for this sneaky somebody who breaks into a water slide and installs some sketchy metal blades in an X shape. Yikes. The next day, while Michael's checking things out, he starts feeling like someone's following him. Bam! He gets shot in the leg and is dragged off to some shed. And guess what's in there? Cindy and Brad, the lifeguards from earlier, but they're like dead. Creepy, right? In the next scene, things take a wild turn for Tommy. First off, he got the boot from his job. Bummer, right? And as if that wasn't enough, his girl Kim broke up with him. Double bummer. But wait, there's more drama. Here comes Conrad with some gossip. He tells Tommy that Kim's got no feelings left for him. Ouch! Poor Tommy's still holding on tight because he's head over heels for her. Then, during lunchtime, Conrad's the water park guy, making sure the water slides are good to go. But guess what? Nobody knows that one of the slides has dangerous metal blades hiding inside. Yikes. Sounds like a recipe for disaster. Meanwhile, Priscilla's slacking off big time, ignoring her job and cozying up with Slim. She's got different priorities, I guess. Later on, the seniors are all pumped up for this fun competition with a sweet $500 prize. The challenge is to race down the water slides. Sounds awesome. Josh teams up with his buddies Chad and Slim. But there's a hitch. Slim's MIA. Nowhere to be seen. Surprise, surprise. Who shows up instead? Tommy, the guy who got fired. He's there as a visitor, not an employee, and he's all in for the competition. But the other seniors aren't feeling it. They're like, nah, dude, you can't join. Yo, so Slim is MIA. Missing in action, and Josh and Chad are like, hey, let's get Kim on our team. And then Tommy, who's just hanging around with nothing better to do, notices something's off. There's water leaking from one of the slides, and he finds pieces of the slide's material, meaning someone messed with it. While all the seniors are lining up for the slides, Conrad's just chilling by the pool, waiting for the competition. But Tommy's all convinced that the slide is messed up, and he's trying to warn everyone, but they brush him off because they think he's a party pooper from the other night's shenanigans. The competition's about to start, and Priscilla's talking to Conrad down below. Little do they know there are blades hidden in one of the slides. Tommy's persistent, but nobody believes him, and the competition begins. A senior even shoves him down the slide, and at the same time, 3 girls are heading down the same slide, and bam, they get mutilated by the blades. The water turns all red and limbs start sliding down. Everyone freaks out, and Conrad hurts his ankle rushing to the scene. Tommy's trying not to be sliced up by the blades as he inches towards them. He's hoping nobody else goes down after him. Meanwhile, Conrad's telling Priscilla to stop the competition, but their walkie-talkies are acting up, so she doesn't know what's happening down there. Instead, she asks Paul to slide down, and guess what? He picks the doomed slide number 3. Total chaos. Now Josh runs upstairs like crazy and yells at everyone to stop sliding down the slides, but Paul, in the middle of sliding, tries to stop himself. Meanwhile, the 2 senior girls and Tommy are already squished on the slides and get pushed down even more. Sadly, things take a dark turn, and they end up losing their lives. No one saw this coming. It was all supposed to be fun and games. Amidst the chaos, Conrad tells Chad and Kim to turn off the water pumps in the shed. But when they go inside, they find the dead bodies of Josh's dad, Michael, and the 2 lifeguards. It's like a horror movie. Back at the slides, Paul can't hold on any longer because of the raging water, and he becomes another victim of those dangerous blades. It's a total nightmare. But wait, the story gets crazier. After the tragedy, a lawyer tells Josh that his dad left him a fat inheritance. But there's a twist. His dad hadn't completed the purchase of the Wet Valley Water Park. He wanted to tear it down and build a fancy shopping complex worth millions. And guess what? Since Paul, the owner, died too, all that money goes to Priscilla, the only surviving heir. And the movie ends on a creepy note. Priscilla's smiling, but we find out she has a dark past. Turns out, she was at that same water park years ago when something terrible happened, and no one helped the poor guy who got hurt. She saw the whole thing go down, and now it seems like she's the mastermind behind the 2018 tragedy. Maybe she cooked up a revenge plan or just wanted to cash in on that inheritance. So yeah, that's the wild roller coaster of a story. Please like, share, and subscribe.